All right, here's your 5-minute Red Sox update. This is Sunday, July 27th. Red Sox played great last night against the Dodgers. I know that Garrett Crochet gave up some runs in the first inning, but who did he give them up to? Ohtani hit a home run off him, Teoscar Hernandez, but this is why you bring in a guy like this. I mean, just the legit number one. After that, that was it. He went 6, struck out 10, and the Red Sox bullpen rotation, when a starter goes 6, when they're available, was perfect. With Wilson going that 7th, when an underrated signing has been Wilson, Whitlock, and Aroldis Chapman. That is quite the 3, and Chapman struck out. How fitting, Mookie Betts to win the game. Red Sox got an unbelievable night from Jarren Duran, hitting 7, 3 for 4 with 2 triples and a double, knocked in 2. 2 hits for Roman Anthony. He continues to dominate and walked twice. Alex Bregman had 3 hits. Great night. Carlos Narvaez had an RBI double. I think Red Sox fans are too hard on Narvaez. He's a rookie. There was a lot of talk that maybe he needs some time off. For crying out loud, I mean, it's his first year in the big leagues, and you're catching. There's a lot that goes into that. And that's, if he finishes at 265 with 12 or 13 home runs and 25, 30 doubles, for a rookie, you're going to take that any day of the week. One thing I talked about with the Red Sox before this trade deadline was they had 12 games before the deadline if they could manage, because 3 of the series are on the road. They'll be in Minnesota on Monday night. If they could go 6-6 or 5-7 during that stretch, they win today against the Dodgers. They're 4-5 going into the final 3 games against the Twins. So if they could win back-to-back series here and they finish 500 in that gauntlet of those 4 series, you'll take it. And if they go 5-7, you'll take that as well. Really good stuff. Not surprising at all on this report. Somebody had asked me about the potential Duran for Dylan Cease, Ethan Salas deal, and I trust Alex Spear like I trust no one else when it comes to reporting, and he said that's completely false, and that makes sense. Why would the Padres, who are in a playoff race right now, hand you over a starter? Oh, because he has an expiring contract. Okay. Would you want the Red Sox to do that when they're trying to get a wild card? The Padres are one of the wild card teams. Why would they do that? They want a lot more, and you're not getting Duran for Dylan Cease and Ethan Salas, who's on the injured list. That makes no sense, and I'm not surprised that was completely false. So I like the Yankees getting Ryan McMahon. I know that it sounds like I'm being contrarian. I'm not. The guy is a hell of a defender. I know what he hit with Colorado. He's going to hit lower in the lineup, but they need someone to play third base. You can't just go to the Google machine and look at stats. The big problem for the Yankees was third, and they don't want Jez Chisholm playing there. They want a third baseman, and I'm sure Eugenio Suarez cost them Rafael Flores and Spencer Jones, their top prospects, or Everson Pereira, maybe all 3, and they weren't willing to do that, which I don't blame them. I mean, I both sides, I get why both sides would ask for an insane amount. They should. So the Sox will be playing at 1:35 today. Former Dodger Walker Buehler, 6-6 with a 5.72 ERA. Goes against Dustin May, who I like. He's 6-6 with a 4.73 ERA, but a lot of strikeouts. So it should be fun. Only Story and Bregman have history against Dustin May. Michael Conforto and Freddie Freeman in their career have homered against Walker Buehler. It should be a fun one at Fenway. And then they play on Monday night. It's crazy how they go from a Sunday afternoon. That's why they're not playing in the night game, is because they play tomorrow night in Minnesota. So the Red Sox win on Saturday. A chance for a series win on Sunday against the Dodgers. And when we look at the wild card standings, the Red Sox are still there. That last wild card, a half game over Texas. They've won 5 in a row now, 2.5 in front of Tampa. So some distance between the wild card teams as we get down the stretch. I appreciate you watching. If you could subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And a happy Sunday, everybody.